Mr. Joe Maldonado, Joe Exotic. He is the real, and we like to keep it real here at Love Ford, the real Tiger King. Welcome, Joe. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
man, we are so glad to have you. How's your health, man? Everything all right?
You know what? It's cancer in this prison. I'm doing the best I can, but it could be worse. There's people in here worse off than I am.
Man, we got to get you out of there, man.
I'm praying. I really am. I'm just so scared right now that he is getting so wrapped up in bullshit that he's gonna forget the important things. You know, like Pardon Me and a few others. But you know, this renaming the Gulf of Mexico and fighting over Greenland and now Canada is just crazy. The man needs to stick to the plan.
Yeah, he ain't even in there yet, man. It's just building up, and hell, Biden's stacking shit on him.
Dude, that man's unhinged. Last night on the news,
this call is from a federal prison.
Let go 11 Taliban prisoners from Guantanamo Bay. It's insane what he's doing. And there's, you know, how many tens of thousands of innocent people sitting in American prisons that he don't even give a shit about.
No, he'll let his kid go, won't he?
Huh?
He'll let his kid go, won't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because God forbid America lose their 98% conviction rate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So, man, so obviously the Tiger King, it just blew up, and everybody watched that, and you were a rock star, and hell, you probably put Netflix 10 years ahead of everything. But those shows that came after that were all about you and were without you, what did you think about those?
You mean like Carol versus Joe that Kate McKinnon made and stuff?
Oh, all that shit.
Know,
yeah.
I haven't seen any of them, but you know, just the commercials and stuff that I saw from Joe versus Carol on Peacock and USA, I was pretty disgusted because I don't even come close to acting like that in public. You know, I'm gay, but I'm not a fag like a lot of them out there. You know, and that's not my crowd that I hang around with. And when I make it out of here, you can bet your ass that there's going to be some lawsuits filed. I can't get much done from in here because I can't afford nothing. But when I get out there and start making some money and getting some real lawyers on board to start filing some lawsuits, it's just like I watched Tiger King for the first time several months ago. The lawyers brought it in here on a computer because we're working on a lawsuit with them. And it was pretty disgusting for me to see their agenda because, you know, it wasn't about tigers. It wasn't about me abusing tigers. It wasn't about saving tigers because, you know, they missed opportunities like the girl that lost her arm, you know, at my zoo. They could have interviewed her sitting in front of a tiger cage talking about the plight of tigers and how to save tigers and not to blame the tiger for taking her arm off. But instead they put her in a junkyard to make it look like my zoo was a junkyard. You know what I'm saying? And then turn around and who the hell interviews a hitman in a bathtub? You know, the whole thing was just an agenda to pass the Big Cat Safety Act. You know, and have me in prison. And that's what it turned out to be. And you know, someday the truth is going to come out. I'm going to film my own.
Yeah. I don't know if you got to see the Tigers, Lies, and Cover Up.
No, I did not. The one that they did on Discovery ID.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. You know, it has kind of a dream team where, you know, they have old cops and everybody. It just looked like they were putting a dream team together for you. and it just kind of ended. A lot of evidence, and I think it came up on your a lot of that evidence is on your page, by the way. We'll get to that so people can go to there and look and see some of the evidence that you got posted. A lot of good information there, and how to donate to get some money to help with your lawyer fees. But
let me tell you, lawyers about broke me. They're vicious.
Is this the same lawyer team that was in that? Because
no, the ones that were in Netflix, those lawyers are gone because they've done nothing but film for Netflix to make themselves famous.
Okay, yeah.
And then I had John Phillips, down in Florida, and he's the one that actually dug through the trenches and got all of the evidence that we have now. And he busted his ass. And let me tell you, Jeff and Lauren and James, they pick on his family and his employees and everything. I feel sorry for him, actually. And then he's not an appellate lawyer, so now I have Roger Roots and John Pierce out of Washington, D.C. that are doing my appeal. And they represent 35 January 6 people, too. So I have a connection there to Trump also.
Well, that's good. So the appeal. So, to me, looking at this, and let's look at it. Okay, so they looked at they put it in an order which no case would look at it. Like, they should go after the big cat, right? They should go after the murder for hire and then the lesser charges and go after it. But they did it backwards to make you look bad.
Right.
And if you did it or not, they lumped it all together, and the jury just said, oh, man, they painted a picture. And a lot of these guys backtracked and said, man, that wasn't true.
Right,
I lied off my ass.
Man, Brad, you gotta ask yourself, the so-called hitman that the government used to do all this, he got on Tiger King 2, the second series, on world television, and admitted that he made it up. And he took him to the zoo and showed him where he hid a murder weapon where him and Jeff were going to kill me to start with. And it's like, why the hell has nobody been charged with nothing, and why am I still here? That just goes to show that the system doesn't care about the truth. But yeah, the 5 tigers that I put to sleep, all they done was cut off their heads and parade them around in front of a jury.
This call is from a federal prison.
Bullet holes, so it made me look like this horrible person. And, my inspector that told me to put them down couldn't be found to subpoena for court, and that just goes to show, how the hell do you not find a federal employee for court,
But even if that was true, have already served your time or be close to. The murder for hires is what's got you in there for this amount of time.
Right.
All right.
And that's that's the big charge that I'm doing fucking close to 18 years for. And, when the hitman goes on world television and admits that he lied to the grand jury and he lied to my trial jury, and their original idea was to kill me to begin with, why is not a U.S. attorney somewhere not went to a judge and asked for a reduced in sentence or overturn my conviction based on false testimony? But nobody does. Nobody cares.
Did you think Carol and Lowe were in it together?
Do I think Carol and what?
Jeff.
Do I think Carol and Lowe did what?
Or were in it together?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
We have those statements and evidence now.
Yeah.
John Phillips, my lawyer down in Florida, obtained all of their cell phones. Okay, after the feds raided Jeff's zoo and pissed him off, they all turned over their cell phones. And they thought they had deleted everything, but they didn't go in the backside of the phone and delete everything. So my lawyers recovered 700 plus phone recordings and videos. And we have the agents on video and recording now, knowing that they were lying during my trial. But yeah, Carol and Howard was in on it to begin with. My brother my own brother and my niece was in on that in order to get mom and dad's property and everything else. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And all of those videos and recordings are on YouTube, on my lawyer's YouTube channel, Tiger Tales.
Yeah, dude. So the easiest way, if we could just prove that she killed her husband, but that evidence is gone.
It's not only gone, it's covered up, During my trial, that was why the jury didn't hear half of the truth, because they made a deal before my trial even started that I couldn't talk about Don Lewis missing. I couldn't talk about Jeff Lowe and his sex trafficking and his credit card fraud and his raping people at the zoo. I couldn't talk about anything. It was all about Joe killing 5 tigers and hiring a hitman for $3,000 that Joe couldn't stand to begin with. Okay, first of all, if I was going to hire somebody, why would I hire somebody that I couldn't stand, that we constantly fought every day? That would be stupid. And then who the hell can go from Oklahoma to Florida and kill somebody and back on $3,000?
I don't know, buddy.
Nothing about any of this made sense. Nothing.
No, that's the way they're spinning it. Donald, that's the way they did you, buddy. Listen to this case. A lot of similarities.
They indicted Trump 94 times and they convicted him 34 times. So that goes to show you they can do it to anybody.
They can do it to anybody. Yeah.
That's right.
And
hey, this thing beat Brad, and it's going to hang up on us in about 30 seconds. So, hey, I want to say thank you to you and your partner there, and to everybody that's going to listen to this. I'd have never made it without everybody's support this long. Pray that I get a pardon and put free Joe Exotic in the comments in every post Trump and Elon Musk put up.
Hey, go to the site, donate. Man, I appreciate the T-shirts you got with Love Forward. I'm going to make some. I'm going to donate the proceeds. Guys, let's get on this bandwagon. Let's get in front of Donald. Man, let's do this again soon, Joe. I'll keep in contact, man. Bronco Brad and Tiger King Pod, man, get you out here, buddy. Thanks a lot, Joe. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm a funny guy. Joe's a funny guy. Oh, he's gay. As you heard him, he ain't a fag, but he's a funny guy. And we need to get together and have fun on the show. So, Rogan, help us out. Hell, you're just a few hours away. I'll drive down there. I'll fly back. I'll fly down. I'll drive. It doesn't matter. Free Joe Exotic. It's really just the right thing to do. Unless Joe Rogan calls me. Until then, we'll have Joe Exotic on again next week. A little teaser for you. Until then, peace.